So when you just start to try to change the valve, you are going to see this protector over it. All you do is pry it out of grooves because it sits in grooves. See? Look, these are the grooves. Here they are. See? Around there, around there. All right? So all you have to do is put it back in grooves. There it is. Something that you just got to feel for. You will know when you get it. You know. Okay, I got one in. So there is one of the grooves. Under there. Looking to go over this. And this is going to go in this. See that? And you knock it down. There you go. And that's it. All done. And another thing to keep in mind after you're done, you know, you're going to lose some coolant after taking out the bypass valve. So, you know, you got to just tap up a little bit to get it back up to maximum. So we're here with my good friend Donald. He will be assisting me today. Guess what? We're changing a 2013 Ford Escape 1.6 liter. Whoa, you see that? That's the coolant tank. So we're changing the coolant bypass valve. Now let's take a close look on it. See that thing with the blue color? That's what we're changing. Right, Donald?
Yep.
So this is the replacement part. Well, if you could help yourself, guess what? By changing this, you could save yourself, I would say about $180 to $220 from a mechanic shop. You know, so, you know, since it's there and we can see it, Donald, why not change it and save yourself a buck or two? So Donald will be operating the camera from now on. So let me show you, before I hand it over to Donald, let me show you what I've done first. So first, there is this blue
Kyle.
I guess in mechanical term. So what I'm saying, in other words, I'm no mechanic. So if I'm doing this, you can do it yourself. So I guess they call this an adapter. You know, plug in some connector. I guess connector would be the right word. Connector. You know, I could see electrical connection taking place. So you take it out of here by just using a flathead screwdriver. And you know, once you play around it, there's a little clip that you just squeeze and then you pull it up. So you'll see that little clip. That's this little clip right here. So you pry it in and then you push it up. Okay? So that's what. One of the main thing that you have to also be concerned about is that, you know, the space can be a little bit tight. So you got to move away these wires. Put them to whatever makes you comfortable in order to reach the bypass valve. So this is the coolant bypass valve. See it?
Same thing.
Same thing. So obviously here, this hole is telling me that automatically it is being held by 2 bolts. Right. Or nuts, or whatever you call it in mechanical term. So I've already started opening the first one right here. So you could see I'm using a 5/8 socket, and you work it off. All right, Donnie? So you'll be in charge. Just hold it here. He's a bit shaky. Forgive him if it doesn't come out as clean as you thought. So Donald will be watching me as of now. So after you turn it to a point, then you manually use your finger and, you know, turn out the bolt. So that one is free right now. So I'm going to try to get it out completely. Yep. It's coming slowly but surely. We getting there. Right, Donald?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so this is what I'm actually doing. I'm actually turning it out. There it is. Oh, here she comes, Daddy. Here she comes. So that one is out. Yeah, that one is definitely out. So there's the next one. So look, this is where it actually goes. See, on the new one. So you're gonna put it in here. See, that's where it goes, right? So we know exactly.
Leave it in there, right?
All right. So Donald said, leave it in there, which is a very good suggestion. So when we're ready to find it, it's right there, right? So here's the next one. This part is a bit tighter now. So what I would encourage you to do is just try to put on the socket first, you see?
Where you put on the handle.
Yeah. Or
But as you
you
said,
test it, you know, you whatever makes you feel comfortable taking it off. So I gotta fight it. You know, these wires are protected, you know. And there we go, Donnie. And there's a crack and it's turning. Lovely.
you can hear it too.
Oh yes. And after you feel it loose enough, then guess what? You could use your finger and oh, here it comes. Look. So after you crack it, don't be surprised. That's the coolant. So you notice the coolant start leaking there, Danny. So don't be so guess what we did in advance that you didn't see? We set up something to catch the coolant. There, oh, it's missing. Oh, this, Danny, let me get that. Let me fix it. Let me catch that. Okay, so at least we had the plan set, but you know, as things go,
Is that the right?
no. All right, there she goes, Danny. There she goes. Watch me.
Pushing it out.
So, Mr. Danny, we're here finally. Got the screws out. Took about 8 minutes. You know, you play around. This one, the one over to the right corner is a bit tighter, you know. A lot of wires and thing and fittings there, you know.
In your way.
In your way. So there it is. Let's show them what's down there one. So after you take it out, you see the two holes, one over there and one over there. Right there. My finger is just there. And you could see the entrance where. So this is what we took up.
Off.
Yep. So there it is. There it is, my friend. So this is what's joined on the inflow. So this is the bypass valve. You see there's a little thing down in there, the valve. You see the valve is almost open, as you could see if you look inside that circular thing where you have that white piece of plastic, I presume. Yeah, you see that little. So the valve, look at this one. I don't know if it's because this one is sealed, but you know, a valve is something that let things control the flow of things, you know, the flow of liquid, you know. So yep, so this is the new one. Oh, there we go. One of the screws out. So one quick advice, what you should never try to do is never try to pull this while it's down there. You just take out the two bolts and then you try to take off this clamp, because you're gonna put back this tube on here, on the extended, this piece right there, this piece. So you're gonna put this tube
Onto that black thing there.
onto this. So you gotta pry it off, and the tool that you use to do that is what we call this is a channel lock. So it's like a wrench. It's like a...
It is a wrench.
Yeah, it is a wrench. It's a part of the wrench family. But, you know, we call it a channel lock. You're able to adjust it in size.
Different
Squeeze
sizes.
this and you slide it up and down. So it will get wider or closer. Yeah. Yes, so in order to take off this, you're going to need
To release the clamp.
To release the clamp with the channel lock. So you squeeze it and you bring it around the back. So this is how you do it, right? Let's show them, Danny. Hold this. All right. So you adjust your clamp. Look what you're doing. You have to look through the camera. I want the people them see.
Right, okay.
So you have to look through the clamp. Adjust it. You fit the clamp over this. And squeeze it. So once you set it over it, don't be like me. Mine is a bit shaky. You're able to move it. You see that? You're able to move it from out the groove, the original groove. Some manufacturer, what they do, they give you back a clamp, some don't. So if they didn't give you a clamp, you have to reuse this clamp. All right, so after you free the clamp, then you twist this off. You try your best, twist and pull. Twist and pull. Twist and pull. There you go, it's coming. There she goes, Donnie. There she goes. Yes! Yes! It's out. Lovely. So you see? Look at it. So this is the same thing. See? We're going to replace it. All right. But this time what we want to do, Danny, I believe when we put it in on back, I think we would like this to be out the way. So you don't want, you could probably put on this last, right?
But you have to put on back that and this.
Yes, but you don't want to start put it in.
Okay.
And then try to put it in this and in the O's, and then you have to fight your way down there. It's better after you put in your bolts through here to join back to that, then you fight with this last. That's my you know,
your idea.
My idea. Maybe yours is different, but that's the best way I see to do it. So I will try to catch those bolts. You know, look, you just, whatever you do to get it out, you do the reverse of it. But this time, leave this for last to put it on. That would be my advice. Yeah. So what you want to do is try to force it down. What I will encourage you to do while putting it down, make sure the bolts are on top. So when you drop it, it doesn't drop out, because if you flip it, they will slide and drop to the ground. So you want to put it down so the bolt on top, so it bucks on the groove. It doesn't fall out. Then after that, you untighten it. So you're going to see the line where it's supposed to go. You know, if you look back here, you could see behind it, there it is screwed. So you try to catch it. Right, so you try to line it up in groove.
Make it line up, right.
Once you get that, you untighten it first. Don't try to go down there with the socket and the ratchet. You try to untighten first.
With your fingers?
Yes, with your fingers. You know, you can't untighten with your toes, Mr. Donnie. Yes, so, you know, you screw. Then you look back for your socket next, which is a 5/16. Then you start to turn it all the way with your hands. So you put on that and you start turning it. There you go. She's walking in nicely, Donnie. There you go. And then you could do the next side. You could do the next side as you go along. You know, hold this right here, Donnie. Just no, hold it. Make sure people are seeing. Yeah. No, you're using your eyes, but you need to use the eyes of the camera. Lovely. There it goes. This one feels a little bit tight. Let's get this side some more. Yeah, this side is going in free. That side isn't. So let's see what's happening. Probably I need to back it out a little bit back. You don't want to cross thread it. So let me back it out a little bit and try to start again. All right. Hold this camera, Danny. See? So I backed it out. Right? I don't want to cross thread. Don't ever cross thread. Hold it right there as I hold it. Look, just as I hold it. So I back it out, and I'm gonna try to get it in again. All right, I think that's it, Danny. So now, after doing that, let me see if I could walk this side in a bit more. There you go, right there. Trying to get it in as full as possible. This side, you're gonna have a problem on this side. It's a little bit more, you know, tight. This side, you know, the bigger holes and stuff like that is in the way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put these in. I'll need both hands, and then I'll get back and let you see how to complete changing the coolant bypass valve. Yeah, so you know, it takes about 3 to 4 minutes to finish untightening it. Afterwards, you're gonna use the ratchet, you know, to tighten it back. Not too tight though. You remember, you gotta remember it's plastic, so you give it, you know, enough to hold it, because there's no liquid that's passing through right there where you put it in the bolt. Air is where the liquid will be passing through, so you don't have to worry about whether it's that tight or not tight, but you don't want to make it too tight. Yeah, because you will break the plastic. Right? So you know, you tighten it until you feel it good enough. All right? Yep. Check the next side just to see. All right, that feels good. Good, Dano?
Yep.
So, one of the next thing that you want to do, the final thing is, remember this hose that we were talking about? Look where it is, Donnie. It's right here. So the clamp, you know.
Bring up back the clamp.
Yeah, you got to bring up back the clamp. There she comes. Yep, there she is right there, the clamp. So look at this now, right? You want to make sure you have things in place. You just walk it all the way in. You know, pry it, you see? You gotta pry it. Let me put that down. You gotta pry it, you push it on. You know, there it is. Walk it in, Danny.
You want to know that the hose fit on properly.
Yeah, sometimes you could use, you know, something. Don't squeeze it too tight. You don't have to. If yours goes on smoothly, fine, but mine, I believe it could go on a little bit more. So what I'll do is I'll just kind of walk it with the wrench, not too much.
So you can move a while ago.
Yep, not too much. Try to give it a little turn, you know, and push it at the same time, not too much. You know, yeah, forgive my cameraman. It's his first day on the job, so don't worry. Let me move this out of the way so you see what I'm doing. Let me move the connector. So there it is. That's it. So you put it over, look, and you give it a little rotation while you push it, right? All right. Let me see how that feels. That feels good, Danny. Now look at that.
Good work, good work.
So it's not completed yet. One of the things that you want to do now is put on the clamp. Yeah. Forgive our camera work, you know, we'll get better at it as we go along. So you want to put on the clamp, right? So what you do is now you get this. Let me try to use my left hand instead so I could get the angle different.
To adjust.
Oh, there we are. All right. Hold this camera, Danny. Make sure it's pointing there. Don't move it. All right. Push this back up. It can be a little tricky. It's not supposed to be this hard, but hey, nothing comes easy, right? Let me see if I could get it up a little bit more. I could get this clamp. Open up the clamp some more.
You the screwdriver and push it up now.
Maybe. I just want to hold it. Let me try to turn it in my favor, then I will turn it around. Oh, come on, baby. Stay with me now. There she goes. I got her now. All right. She slips again. Oh, Danny, you're not hold the camera properly. When you look through this, there is the clamp. I'm gonna teach him how to use the camera for you people. Don't worry.
Well, you know why? Because your hand in the
Don't worry
way.
about my hand.
Alright.
So you squeeze the clamp, you see? Oh, I missed it again. I opened it a bit too wide.
That's why I said try push it up with the screwdriver.
No, it's good there. This are the best place we can try work it from.
Okay.
I'm gonna spin it around.
Okay.
Alright, let me try to see. There it is.
Okay.
It's almost. It's climbing. It's climbing. It's climbing. Slowly but surely. Oh. Slips again, Danny. Slips again. Come on, baby. Come on. You gotta work it. You gotta work that clamp. Oh, come on. Yep. You gotta work it.
Come right back on.
Then I'll try to turn it back around. Woo! See? Man.
That's how my feet say we take the screw.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Can't just knock it down, someone. You have to open up the clamp.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to open up the clamp and work it.
See, very good.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
See it? It's over it. Look, me still not like with position.
Yeah.
We still don't like where it's position. Alright. But as soon as I get this on, I'll let you know. So, my friend, the new bypass valve for the coolant is in. There's no leak. No leak. And it's good. So,
Like that.
you got to make the car run for a while to see if the check engine light comes off. You know, or you could clear it and watch to see if it come back after driving about 40 miles or so. So that's it. If I can do it, you can do it. It's cold out here and I get it done. We got it done. Thanks be to God, King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Respect. Respect my friend Danny. Want to wave to the crowd, yeah!